Most Fractal Audio FM3 users think of the looper as something you stomp on with your foot, but there's a secret weapon inside the FM3 that almost nobody uses. FM3-Edit's gives you an insanely precise way to record loops, trim them, build multiple loops inside one take, and practice with zero hassle. If you just want to practice scales, arpeggios, sweep picking, playing over chord changes, etc., FM3-Edit is your best friend. You can record a bunch of takes, choose exactly where the loop should start and end, and fine-tune it by dragging the sliders, or by entering numerical values for precise start and end points. No more trying to hit a foot switch in perfect rhythm. To get started, just drop a looper block from the quick build window into your grid. Hit record, play your part, and hit play to close the loop. With the dash box surrounding the play button, the return key on your keyboard will start and stop the loop. Don't worry if the timing's not perfect, the magic happens next. Here's the real advantage. Instead of re-recording the loop over and over, just drag the start and end markers. You can drag up and down or left and right. For fine control, hold the Command key on a Mac whilst dragging. You can also use the up and down arrow keys to adjust the loop in 1% increments. Holding the Command key whilst hitting the arrow keys changes this to tenths of a percent. You can even type values directly. Just press Enter when the trim knob is highlighted, type the number you want, and hit Enter again. Here's something hardly anyone uses. You can record a big chunk of playing, and then create multiple loops from inside that one take. Once you have the loop as you want it, highlight each trim knob and copy the values by hitting Enter, Command-C on a Mac, and Enter again to exit. Move the trim knobs to form a second loop and copy the values once again. You can now paste values and go back to any loop you want. I use a paste app which is great for things like this as it remembers everything I copy. So useful. The multiple loop technique is also great for practice as you can work over a longer loop, then if you need to work on a smaller section, create a second loop which loops only part of the main loop. How cool is this? If the play button is not highlighted, you can mute the loop instantly using the spacebar. The loop keeps playing, although you cannot hear the audio. This allows you to practice ideas away from the loop before trying them with the looped track. You can adjust the playback level so that you have the perfect backing track volume for playing over. When you adjust any of the knobs, Command-Z is the keyboard shortcut for undo, so you can go back to your previous playback volume, trim knob settings, or any other adjustments you make. The loop also keeps running when you switch scenes, so you can move from clean chords to gain, delay, or lead scenes without restarting anything. If you want to play along with the metronome so you can stay in time more accurately, go to Controllers and adjust the output 1 volume. Once again, hit the return key when the knob is highlighted and enter a number for the desired volume. This is also where you change the tempo. There are other settings you can change in the looper window and also in the Config tab. Here you will find Crossfade, Loop Quantize, and if you want the looper to overdub, play, or stop on the second press of the record button. For this video, I'm just focusing on the basics to get you working with loops efficiently. You can edit loops directly from the FM3 hardware too. I much prefer using FM3-Edit for looping as my FM3 is on the floor and there is more you can edit on the desktop to create precise loops, but it's useful if you're away from your computer. So if you're using the looper just as a foot switch tool, you're missing its best feature. FM3-Edit turns it into a powerful practice machine. Precise loops, multiple takes, multiple loop segments, and really efficient phrasing practice. If you want more FM3 tips, tone walkthroughs, and practice hacks, be sure to hit subscribe. Hitting subscribe is also extremely helpful to the growth of my channel and is much appreciated. So, thanks for watching, now go and create some loops.